I thought this was a nice backdrop for today's video, don't you think? Anyhow, we're going to see how long it takes for my arm to get tired of holding my phone like this. I just thought that this was a really good opportunity to mention that stress is freaking weird, and it's really hard to determine what stress is doing to our body because we forget sometimes that stress chemistry feels good. We forget that cortisol and adrenaline are there to keep us alive. They are pro-survival hormones, pro-survival messengers in the body. So when you are acutely stressed, you actually feel pretty okay. This is kind of the equivalent of when people take prednisone and they feel like $1,000,000 because steroid hormones, including your own cortisol, your own stress chemistry, is anti-inflammatory. It's built that way on purpose. If you are stressed because you're running from the tiger, you want to be less inflamed and have more energy and feel really good. The trick oftentimes comes after the stress. So maybe you went through, a breakup or a divorce or a loss or a job change or a move or something stressful or heck, a pandemic, and then it wasn't until several months later that you crashed and burned. It can be really hard for us to determine that it was the stress that did that to us, but sometimes that's what happens. We feel good during the stress, or we feel okay at least, and then we crash and burn way after the fact. Could be days, could be weeks, could be months, but I see that pretty frequently, particularly with people who say that they don't understand their root cause, they really don't know what it is, and they've turned over every stone, they thought of every angle, they've watched all of my root cause videos, and they still can't figure out their root cause. And in my opinion, until proven otherwise, I would assume that it's stress. So anyway, I didn't want to make this a long video, but I wanted to share that much at least and say that this is your friendly PSA reminding you that cortisol and adrenaline are there to keep you alive. So stress chemistry actually feels quite good and quite nice and anti-inflammatory. And oftentimes stress doesn't really bite us in the butt until quite a bit after the fact. And I'm kind of living this now in a weird way. I will share, I have been working my tail off on FODMAP Freedom with this group of students, and it's been really rewarding and really wonderful. They're only 4 weeks into the program and they're already getting great results, adding foods back in, having better bowel movements, less bloating. But it's a heck of a lot of work for me, especially since I've been re-recording the entire program this summer. So I am just now coming out of the other side of quite a lot of stress and of quite a lot on my plate, which means I need to start practicing what I preach, get out in nature, and really take care of myself again. So from somebody who's trying to practice what they preach and hopes that you do too, I hope that this video was helpful.